Hey, Christian. Will Kunkel here with Fox 46. Just saw your post last night. Just how disappointing was this season for you? Just kind of a sad season, I'm sure, for you emotionally as well. Just kind of what through your head, just looking back on it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's not what you had drawn up before the year, but that's part of it, and I don't, like I said in the last time I spoke to you guys, I never want to feel sorry for myself. I never want to, be somebody who's, starts to get down when bad things happen because I'm going to be okay. I'll be just fine. Obviously it was a tough season for me, couldn't get healthy. And for me, that was the hardest part, constantly rehabbing and coming back and trying to play, and then one thing after another. And so, it was tough, but stuff like that happens in football, stuff like that happens in life. And, I thank God for it all, and I'm grateful for it all. And I'm proud of the way my teammates fought. And, like I said, I want nothing more than to be out there with them, but that's just the way it goes sometimes.
At what point did you decide to shut it down for good? It just was enough.
When coach told me to, I tried to play every time I could. And, if I could go, I was going to play, but unfortunately I caught the bug this year. And, like I said, I'm just thankful. It's nothing, too serious that I have. So I'll, like I said, I'll be good to go. There's a lot of guys around the league who had, career or season ending injuries that, they were done for the year as soon as they heard it. And that wasn't my case. My case was just kind of when it rains, it pours. It was one thing after the other.
You said when coach told, sorry, Chris Preston, but you said when coach told you to. When was
that? Before the last game.
Cool. Thanks, man.
All right, guys, let's go to Alina Getzenberg and then David Newton.
Hey, Christian. I guess I was just curious first, are you planning on having any off-season surgery, or do you need anything to address and the quad or anything else?
Nope.
All good. Okay, glad to hear. And I guess just for you, is there anything that you feel like you're taking from this season that maybe watching from the sidelines you didn't have before, or something that you feel like you can take as a positive from this year?
Yeah, I think we grew a lot as a team. Even through the bad times, we kept fighting, which I love to see. And, I think the future is very bright for this program. I think we have the right pieces, and it's just a matter of the players coming together and executing and, playing better team football.
Hey, Christian, good to see you. Happy New Year. I was curious. I know Coach asked you to shut it down, and there kept being reports that you wanted to play. If there been a playoff hunt now, could you have played the last couple of games, or where were you on that?
That's between Coach and I. But anytime I like I said, I tried to play every week I could. And it's the same reason why a couple of years ago. I played maybe a drive in the last game when we knew we weren't going to the playoffs, so that, you can go into the next season healthy and then sit out. I know there's a lot of guys around the league who would say the same. Coach Rule's mindset is that he wants to win every single game. There's no, trying to lose to get a draft pick or anything like that. And I love that mindset, and that's kind of how I was. But, at the same time, I just, I had my ankle, which was bad, did what I could to come back, came back, felt good, and hurt my shoulder. And then while I was, rehabbing my shoulder, I pulled my quad pretty much. So it was just kind of one thing after another. And at the end of the day, we just decided to shut it down.
And what do you feel like this team needs to take that next step offensively? I mean, you had four guys that had over 1,000 yards, total yards, but the offense really didn't produce points. So what do you feel like this offense needs to move forward?
Well, I think there's a lot of different things. I don't think it's one thing at all. I think when we've had success, we're all clicking together and we don't beat ourselves. And I think it comes down to that. When we've been efficient and we've put points on the board, it's when we're good in the red zone, we're good on third down, we don't turn the ball over, and we don't have dumb penalties. And I think that's that's winning football, you know, and the defense gets a 3 and out. We go put points up. Special teams pins them deep. Defense keeps them there. Now we get good field position. It's just playing good team football and, you know, guys winning their one-on-ones. And I think it's going to take every single one of us getting a little bit better and getting a little better every day. And that's it.
Let's go to Joe Person, followed by Jonathan Alexander.
Christian, was the quad situation a kind of a matter of trying to do too much too soon after having been out a little bit?
Yeah, that's how I put it.
And anything from your experience this year, will it affect kind of how you go about preparations and just your routine this offseason?
Definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, every year is, you know, that's kind of the challenge is to figure out exactly what's the perfect way to create, you know, a machine going into the season. And that's going to be my goal this off season, starting now, is to, you know, prepare the best way possible. And sometimes that means resting, and sometimes it means, you know, not going out and training, and, you know, because I can be my own worst enemy sometimes with that. And I think that's one thing I've learned too is, you know, just be healthy and too much is not always good.
Hey, Christian, Jonathan Alexander, Child Observer. Hope you're doing well. I mean, you kind of just answered it, but I was just wondering, I guess, what bothered you most about how this season went for you?
I mean, not playing sucks, you know. I mean, there's a lot of things that bother you when you don't play, but you know, I can approach it like they bother me, and you know, I'm sad or I'm down and I'm angry, which are all emotions that I went through. But at the end of the day, like I said, you know, I'm in this for the long haul. I hope to be playing as long as I physically can, and for me, I envision that being in a really, really, really long time. So, you know, sometimes this stuff happens. I go look at all the players around the league who have gotten hurt and missed full seasons or missed multiple seasons. And, you know, from quarterbacks to running backs to receivers to rush ends. And I look to the ones who have come back and had a lot of success and continue to have success. And those are some of the people that are going to motivate me this offseason. So just not playing is frustrating. I'd say if I were to answer your question, having to watch football is not that fun when you know you feel like you could help or you know that your teammates are out there working and you can't be there with them. That's a frustrating feeling for any competitor.
All right, guys, got time for one more, so let's go to Darren Gant.
Christian, as you watch Teddy Bridgewater quarterback this team this season, could you describe, I mean, would you be confident going into next year with him? And what did you see from him from your vantage point?
Yes, I would. And I think Teddy's a great leader. I think for me, that's one thing I notice is poise. Through good times and bad times, he's poised. He's always trying to get better. He corrects his mistakes and moves forward, and he's a great leader.